Hello, and thank you for tuning into the pod. The next few episodes will be a little different because Endgame is on the way, and I didn't want to just recap every movie for 21 podcasts. I didn't want to tell you which movies to watch before Endgame because I did that for Infinity War, and I see a lot of people are just watching a movie every day, and I didn't want to do that. So instead, I just decided to group the movies together, not in phases. I haven't talked about like Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, so I grouped them: the Iron Man trilogy, the Cap trilogy, the Thor trilogy. I did it like that because it gives me a chance to talk about the things that I liked in those movies and I disliked in those movies. So it's just my thoughts on all the Marvel movies, but rolled up into about 10 podcasts, not 21. So I hope you guys enjoy and listen, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get to it. Hello, and thank you for tuning into the pod. On this episode, I'm talking about the Captain America Trilogy. To me, it's the best trilogy as far as solo movies go in the MCU. First up is the first Avenger, and I'll be honest, I didn't appreciate this movie when it first came out. It was a slow burn. Just didn't really like Captain America going on a tour and not really fighting as much. So like when I first watched it, I liked it, but I didn't really like love it. Rewatching it over and over again, I come to appreciate the performances in the movie from Tommy Lee Jones, Hugo Weaving, Haley Atwell, Sebastian Stan, Dominic Cooper. Like, it was a great cast. I like those characters and everything. I like Red Skull. I like Hugo Weaving's performance of Red Skull. You know, just the banter back and forth whenever he saw Cap. Sebastian Stan was cool. I never thought he'd bounce back as the Winter Soldier, but just seeing him on screen with Cap was fun. And I know she got a show, a spinoff. Haley Atwell, as Peggy Carter. She was fierce. She was a strong female in a film surrounded by all men. So it was good to see that as well. She didn't back down from anything. She held everybody accountable during the wartime. Again, it was a period piece, which was different, for MCU films. So it took a while to like get into the film, like to get into the world. Even after watching it, I really didn't like Cap that much as a character. I just thought they didn't like let him unleash his ability. He fought hard. That was like his mantra. Like, he'd fight hard, he'd keep fighting. But they didn't really show off his abilities. And for me, as the first movie, as the first Avenger, it didn't live up to my standards, my hype that I had for it going into it. But again, like I said, after watching it over and over, I come to appreciate it more. But on the first watch, I was happy. I liked it, but I didn't love it. Moving on to the Winter Soldier. For a long, long time, I believe this was the best Marvel film ever made. Not my favorite, but I just thought it was overall the best film made. In terms of best films in the MCU, it's still in the top 5 for me because it's that good. It's a spy thriller. They added Robert Redford, which was he was a great villain. Like, he didn't have any superpowers or anything like that, but he was smart, cunning, and he's a great actor. Like, Marvel was picking up great actors for these roles. Cap was more likable from the jump. Like, he just seemed more comfortable in the world. So everything was better. From the running scene with Sam in the beginning to the boat scene where he's just kicking people around, showing off his strength and agility. It was a much better representation of Cap. So much better. I like Black Widow as his sidekick in a way. She didn't get her movie at the time. It's in development. So having her as the sidekick to Cap was a good way to show off her skills as well, because she was Cap needed her. He needed her to show her so she could show him just how to maneuver around things in a secretive way. The introduction of Falcon was great as well. The whole Hydra thing, infiltrating Shield, it turned the MCU on his head a little bit, and it was something that the MCU needed. The Winter Soldier as a villain, incredible. He put fear in people's hearts. Like seeing the Nick Fury scene when Fury is driving in the car, and just getting that glimpse of the Winter Soldier, it just got you excited. And then when he caught Cap's shield, it's like, whoa, this guy is serious. He's the real deal. So I think he was a step in the right direction in terms of villains, because he could go toe to toe with the hero. You didn't really have to hear from him, so that didn't really matter. He was just put there to do a mission, and he would do it. So he was great for me, and it was just fun seeing somebody go toe to toe with Cap. Even though they were showing off all his strengths in the beginning of the movie, Winter Soldier was right there to go toe to toe with him. And last but not least, Civil War. And Civil War works for me because despite all the characters, the movie still focuses on Cap. I watched the movie probably 2 or 3 times in the theater, and each time it was just amazement that with all these characters and the introduction of Black Panther and Spider-Man, that at the base level, it's a story about Cap and the tough choices he has to make in life. Having his best friends back, or fighting with his, I don't know if they were best friends, but fighting with his new friend, Iron Man. And it's just a lot of tough choices for Cap in this movie, but it was well done and is up there as a top movie, especially, for solo movies, if you want to call this a solo movie. The performances, again, really well. Just the introduction of Black Panther and Spider-Man. I don't know if I ever heard bigger cheers when Iron Man said, "I have someone," and they asked him where, and it just says Queens, and the crowd just erupted, and this is the Spider-Man we all needed. Tom Holland is incredible. He's the right age. He's funny. Spider-Man, again, wasn't in the movie very long, but it hit the mark, and it got us excited for his movie. Same thing with Black Panther. His introduction, just when he got on screen, big cheers, and his movie was incredible, that we all know. But just the infusion of talent into this franchise going forward, it was fun. The airport scene, everybody got a little shine. Everybody got some quips in, some jokes in. Everybody got to do a little bit. Even Hawkeye got to do a little bit when he saved Wanda. And then Wanda showed off her ability, how strong she is to take down Vision. It was just, everybody was getting love and shine in this movie. And despite all that, it always went back to Cap. What is Cap going to do? And it was emotional seeing Iron Man see what happened to his parents. And just knowing that Cap knew, and you knew it was going to go down. It had to go down. And that fight is one of the best fights in the MCU. The hand-to-hand combat, him bashing Tony with the shield, Tony learning his fighting techniques, shooting off Winter Soldier's arm. It was just all fantastically done. All the shots were well done, and it really tears at the heartstrings. It makes you choose, do you ride with Tony? Do you ride with Cap? And it was so much fun. And then just having in the background Black Panther being there the whole time, just knowing that he's that good. He was there the whole time. They didn't know he was there, and he was just chilling in the background. It's a fantastic film, and it caps off this trilogy. I don't know if we'll get another Cap movie, but in terms of a trilogy, this is the best trilogy in the MCU. It just got better. It's a toss-up to me. Winter Soldier, Civil War. I would say right now, I'll put Civil War over Winter Soldier, and then you have the first Avenger coming in third. But in terms of trilogy, it gets better and better, and it's just really, really well done. And I love this trilogy. And whenever any one of these movies are on TV, I'm watching it, or I'm watching the DVD, because it's that much fun What are your thoughts on the Captain America trilogy? What's your ranking? What's your ranking for the movies? Did you love Civil War? Did you love First Avenger? Did you hate First Avenger? I know some people who do dislike Captain America a lot, and they hate the First Avenger. But thank you for listening. Leave your comments, like, subscribe. Deuces.